Lecture Digestion System Part 1 and Part 2. This lecture is for 2 weeks. Plan definitions, gastrointestinal tract, digestive system, organs of gastrointestinal tract. On this picture you can see a structure of digestive system. See it exactly. So, the human digestive system consists of the gastrointestinal tract plus the accessory organs of the digestion: tongue, salivary glands, pancreas, liver, and gallbladder. Digestion involves the breakdown of food into smaller and smaller components until they can be absorbed and assimilated into the body. The digestive system breaks food down into basic nutrients that can be used by the body. The digestive tract is a long muscular tube that extends from the mouth through the stomach and intestines to the anus. Certain organs such as a liver, gallbladder, and pancreas help with this digestion, and together with the gastrointestinal tract make up the digestion system. Gastrointestinal tract, or the series of structures and organs through which food and liquids pass during their processing into forms absorbable into the bloodstream. The system also consists of the structures through which wastes pass in the process of elimination and other organs that contribute juices necessary for the digestive processes. Look at this picture, the structure of the gastrointestinal tract and digestive system also. Mouth. Digestion begins in the mouth, where chemical and mechanical digestion occurs. Saliva or spite, produced by the salivary glands located under the tongue and near the lower jaw, is released into the mouth. Saliva begins to break down the food, mastering it and making it easier to swallow. A digestive enzyme, amylase, in the saliva begins to break down the carbohydrates, starches, and sugars. One of the most important functions of the mouth is chewing. Chewing allows food to be mashed into a soft mass that is easier to swallow and digest later. Esophagus. Once food is swallowed, it enters the esophagus, a muscular tube that is about 10 inches long. The esophagus is located between the throat and the stomach. Muscular wave-like contraction, known as peristalsis, push the food down through the esophagus to the stomach. A muscular ring, cardiac sphincter at the end of the esophagus allow food to enter the stomach. On this picture you see a structure of the stomach, which consists from founder, body, and pyloric part. The stomach is a G-shaped organ that lies between the esophagus and the small intestine in the upper abdomen. The stomach has three main functions: to store the swallowing food and liquid, to mix up the food, liquid, and digestive juices produced by the stomach and to slowly empty its content into the small intestine. Only a few substances, such as water and alcohol, can be absorbed directly from the stomach. Any other food substances must undergo the digestive processes of the stomach. The stomach's strong muscular walls mix and churn the food with acids and enzymes, gastric juice, breaking it into smaller pieces. About 3/4 of the gastric juice is produced by glands in the stomach every day. The food is processed into a semi-liquid form called chyme. After eating a meal, the chyme is slowly released a little at a time through the pyloric sphincter, a thickened muscular ring between stomach and the first part of the small intestine called the duodenum. Most food leaves the stomach by 4 hours. It is on this picture you see the structure of gastrointestinal tract. You see stomach, duodenum, jejunum, ileum, small intestine. Small intestine is divided into 3 regions based on their function. The first part of the small intestine is called the duodenum and is the shortest segment. It is curved and surrounds one end of the pancreas. It is separated from the stomach by the pyloric sphincter and receives gastric chyme in small quantities when the sphincter opens. The common bile duct and pancreatic ducts open into the duodenum, where the final stages of digestion occur, both due to pancreatic enzymes and membrane-bound intestinal enzymes. The second section of the small intestine is called the jejunum and marks the site where absorption of digested nutrients begins. The jejunum contains both villi and microvilli that increase its surface area for absorption. The last segment of the small intestine is the ileum, which is also the longest and can be nearly 3 meters in length. This is the site for the absorption of vitamin B12 and reabsorption of bile salts. The large intestine. The large intestine, consisting of the cecum, colon, and rectum, function as the sites for water absorption and the compaction of undigested food into feces. The large intestine is home to majority of a gut flora of the GE tract, containing over 700 species of bacteria. The diversity of species depends on genetics, environment, and diet. These microorganisms help the body synthesize some B vitamins and vitamin K. There is also some evidence to suggest that the gut microbiome can influence the onset of autoimmune disorders. Liver, gallbladder. Please look on this picture. You see liver and gallbladder. Upper. This is gallbladder and duodenum and pancreas. The liver is heaviest and largest gland in the human body and is formed of 4 lobes. Liver functions plays serious role in digestion. The liver releases bile secretion which emulsifies fats and enhances the activity of pancreatic and intestinal lipases. The alkaline nature of bile also neutralizes gastric acids when chyme enters the duodenum. Bile is necessary for the absorption of vitamin K from the gut. While some bile can flow directly into the intestine, some of it stored in the gallbladder and released in response to the ingress of partially digested food from the stomach. The liver is the second largest organ after the skin and is a necessary digestive gland which plays a role in the body's metabolism. The liver has many functions, some of which are important to digestion. The liver can detoxify various metabolites, synthesize proteins, and produce biochemical needed for digestion. It regulates the storage of glycogen, it can be formed from glucogenesis. The liver can also synthesize glucose from certain amino acids. Indigestive functions are largely involved with the breaking down of carbohydrates. It also maintains protein metabolism in its synthesis and degradation. In lipid metabolism, it synthesis cholesterol. Fats are also produced in the process of lipogenesis. The liver synthesizes the bulk of lipoproteins. The liver is located in the upper right quadrant of the abdomen and below the diaphragm, to which it is attached at one part, the bar area of the liver. This is to right of the stomach and it overrides the gallbladder. The liver synthesizes bile acids and lecithin to promote the digestion of fat. Bile produced by the liver is made up of water, 97% bile cells, mucus and pigments, 1% fats and inorganic cells. Food fat is dispersed by the action of bile into smaller units called micelles. The breaking down into micelles creates a much larger surface area for the pancreatic enzyme lipase to work on. Lipase digests the triglycerides, which are broken down into two fatty acids and monoglyceride. Bile also helps in the absorption of vitamin K from the diet. Bile is stored in the gallbladder for release when food is discharged into the duodenum and also after a few hours. Gallbladder structure shown in green below the liver. The gallbladder is a hollow part of the biliary tract that sits just beneath the liver. It is a small organ where the bile produced by the liver is stored before being released into the small intestine. Bile flows from the liver through the bile ducts and into the gallbladder for storage. It is divided into three sections: a fundus, body, and neck. Pancreas. This is the structure of pancreas. It's behind of stomach. Action of the digestive hormones. The pancreas is among the most important digestive organs and is located behind the stomach. It secretes a large number of enzymes involved in the digestion of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. The pancreas is a major organ functioning as an accessory digestive gland in the digestive system. It is both an endocrine gland and exocrine gland. The endocrine part secretes insulin when the blood sugar becomes high. Insulin moves glucose from the blood into the muscles and other tissue for use as energy. Pancreas connects to the duodenum via the pancreatic duct, which is joined near to the bile ducts connection, where both the bile and pancreatic juice can act on the chyme that is released from the stomach into the duodenum. Aqueous pancreatic secretion from pancreatic duct cell contain bicarbonate ions which are alkaline and help with the bile to neutralize the acidic chyme that is churned out by stomach. Pancreas secretes a large number of enzymes involved in the digestion of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Its proteases are secreted in their inactive form and initially activated through a membrane-bound enzyme in the duodenum called endopeptidase. A few molecules of an activated enzyme can be create a cascade of active proteases. The pancreas also secreted amylases that digest carbohydrate and lipases, phospholipases, and cholesterol that are involved in fat digestion and metabolism. Thank you for your attention.